More than one-fourth of officially tested milk samples in India in this year were found adulterated. With a rising number of adulteration cases in the courts, the government has decided on concrete steps to make current food safety laws more stringent. A task force has begun investigations and a report is due in January. Here's a report.
The government sees it as a dangerously rising phenomenon. A member of parliament termed food adulteration a crime against humanity that needed urgent preventive checks. And the Union Health Ministry suggests a possible revamp and strengthening of food safety laws to ensure corrections. In a written response to a question in Parliament, Nadda said, and I quote, "We propose to comprehensively review the Food Safety and Standards Act, rules and regulations to address the concerns of courts and matters relating to food adulteration and the numerous representations received from food business operators." The minister admitted to food adulteration being behind the rising burden of non-communicable diseases across the country as he gave out figures on the criminal depth of the problem. Out of 72,200 food samples analyzed in 2013 and 14, 13,571 were adulterated, resulting in launch of 10,325 civil and criminal cases, the minister stated. This amounts to an alarming 87.3% food consumed by Indians being contaminated in various degrees. 432 prosecutors had been brought under adulterers, of which 122 were convicted. The Ministry of Food Safety and Standards Authority of India (FSSAI) has worked out an elaborate strategy to assess the depth of the menace and came out with the policy interventions to curb adulteration and contamination.
The present Act of Food Safety and Standards Authority 2006 has three major problems. One, that the language of the whole Act is not very scientific in nature. The second issue is that research findings or research evidence backing is not there for most of the facts. And third, it's very difficult for comprehension by general public.
MPs termed adulteration as well unregulated use of pesticides and antibiotics a slow poison that eats continuously at society.
It is more to do with how the states implement it, what kind of workforce, what kind of monitoring, what kind of random sampling is done, how stringent is the punishment as a deterrent. All these things are more important.
The new laws will also cover imported food items. The suggestions made by the task force will be in the public domain to invite comments. Anshu J. Singh's report for Rajya Sabha TV.